And when it comes to people talking about how they hate men this, they don't need a man for this, I shut up. I zip my mouth because I do. I don't want to have to do this alone. Like, I do need a man. I do want a husband, and I do want to be a wife. Like, I don't subscribe to that that propaganda against women and against men. Like, there is going to be bad men out there, yes. Okay, you're going to come across a few of them. But there are great men out there, and you going to get one if you believe that, and I'm going to get one, so I will not be on the hate men train.
Women's rights, I don't want them.
What do you mean? You don't care?
I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything anymore.
I agree to that, absolutely.
Yeah, I literally just want a husband and a nice home, a nice man to take care of me. That's all I want.
Society keeps telling women, we don't need a man, but we needed our father. We want a partner, and one day y'all gonna depend on y'all sons. Just selfish. And if we keep raising girls to act like men don't matter, then y'all sons gonna start getting treated like they disposable. We cannot afford to live alone in this economy.
You're telling me as women this is what we fought for? To go to work. To work. In any conditions. Impossible.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Men have flipped the script. Women are admitting that they need men more than they thought. We're going to be reacting to some clips in today's video, but I'm going to give you an inside glimpse on, things that women say. They don't want to go 50-50. They want a guy to provide everything. They don't really want to have to work. Okay, that's cool. But you need to understand that they're suffering in silence. So let's get into the first clip. We're going to talk about women being tired of being independent of men.
But I don't want to work anymore. God has completely removed that boss babe mentality from me. I desire nothing more than to be provided for. Now let me say, if somebody's providing for you, I truly believe, though, that you are serving them and serving your family. I don't want somebody to just be providing for me and I'm like laying on the couch doing nothing. I want to serve my family if my husband is providing for me. And it's so funny because for so many years I had this super masculine, I want to be a boss babe and I want to do all these things, and I still enjoy what I do. I run I'm a hairstylist. I run a small business and I make content on the side, and I love what I do. It brings me so much joy to spread the gospel online, and I get to make people feel pretty all day. It's a privilege and an honor to do my job. However, with that being said, I would much rather be cooking and cleaning for my husband and running my kids to soccer practice. If I had to choose one or the other, I'm for sure every time going to choose my husband and my family. That I don't even have yet, but I know that the Lord puts the desire. He knows the desires of our heart because he puts them there.
Women are not meant to work 9-to-5 jobs. I've said this before and I'll say it again. We shouldn't have to work 9-to-5 jobs. Women are meant to go to Pilates class, tan by a pool, read a good book, take care of the children, make good food, and be provided for by a man. There's no way a woman can be in her feminine energy if she's sitting at a 9-to-5 job where she's unhappy. Worst part is there's women out there that are having to fill that masculine role in the office, getting things done because they have to be. They're covering bills. They're paying for half of dinner when a man should be paying for the tab every time. When did we as a society decide that women should go to a 9-to-5 job, feel some gratification, instead of staying at home with the kids? If a woman wants to work part-time so she can spend more time with her kids at home, she should be able to do that. And don't get me wrong, if you want to work a 9-to-5 job, you go do that. But I'm just saying, women shouldn't have to.
Bro, I'm so tired of working, bro. I'm so tired of working, bro. I don't care about these bills, bro. I don't care about this freaking car, bro. I don't care about this freaking car insurance, bro. I don't care about these kids, bro. I don't care about my hair.
I want all men to understand this, and I know a lot of guys do, but then there's some that don't. A woman can never replace the presence of a man that's willing to do whatever he needs to do for his and his family. They can't. The best thing they could do is pay other men that aren't their husband or boyfriend to do the job, to fix the mess, to clean it up. But at the same time, that's still them paying out of pocket. Remember, they eventually pay the same way they say that we pay with women. They pay too when they don't want to submit to a man. And they don't want to do that because that costs. And we know how they operate. Gimme, 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 me, I, take. So we're going to roll these next clips, and it's going to show you that women know deep down inside they need a man because they ain't even willing to pay for this half the time.
I love being a homeowner until it's time to do, like, I call it the manly stuff, like the snow, the lawn, go take out the trash. Like, as a single female, I feel like I should have been a little bit smarter and maybe got a condo or something where all this is included in the HOA, or I don't have to take the trash can out that far. Yes, I know that I can just go call someone and have them do it, but I don't want to go in my pocket and have to pay for it. I don't know, maybe I need a condo or a man.
My mortgage went up $1,000 and I am not okay. So let me tell you guys, for the longest time, people be screaming from the hilltop, home ownership is not it. Like, don't rush. And I will just be like, I don't understand it because I'm literally chilling, like cheaper than rent. I was bamboozled. So let me tell y'all what they do not tell y'all about real estate. So they do an analysis every year from, at least with the mortgage that I got, right? And so they did an analysis and basically my mortgage increased by $1,000. And I asked them why. And they were like, something about my house is a new build. And so I guess they charged me for the taxes when it was just the land for 2 years. Then after year 2, they add the taxes with the house actually on it. And they were like, yeah, your builder is supposed to tell you. They didn't. They didn't. And so I asked them, can I sell the house? And they were like, there's no equity in it. You guys see me smiling, but come next month, I'm literally going to be in tears because $1,000 extra a month, I legit want to move back home and live with my parents. But I don't have that option. I'm sick. Like, I'm sick. Honestly, don't buy a house if you're single. Like, buy a house when there's 2 incomes coming in because, baby, you gonna need it.
See, women say they don't want to do 50-50, and that's cool. But if this is what it looks like to be all by yourself, not willing to do 50-50, you'd rather struggle than cooperate with a man. But then in the end, they realize that it's better that they cooperate with a man. But see, for women, it's hard to find a guy that they really like. And that's cool. But just the thought of that, I don't want to do 50-50. I want a man to provide everything for me. I don't want to do 50-50. But if a man was to come in and do 50-50, you would still be saving. So what I try to tell you guys, we're not the real brokies. They're the real brokies. And again, this is not all women. There are some women that are actually successful on their own, but it still doesn't, the fact remains the same. You can't replace that. But back to what I was saying, the whole 50-50 thing, you don't want to do it. But if a man was to come in and do 50, 60, give you 40, 70, give you 30, you would still have a better time. You would still be doing better than you're doing now. We all know that things are crashing right now. Things aren't cheap for anyone. And it's funny that when women complain, oh, this is going up, I don't know how I'm going to manage this and this is happening. We don't even act like that. We know that our job is never finished. Got to make more money, got to work more hours, got to get a second job, got to get a third job. It ain't really a big deal like that. Invest the money here, put the money here. Everything will work itself out. But see, women are not made to work to the bone. They're not. They're really not. But it's funny that they don't want to do 50-50, but they'd rather struggle by themselves just because they don't want to cooperate. So if 50-50 looks like being broke and struggling and trying to make yourself look like you're something, that's cool. But let's roll this clip.
Everything is expensive. Inflation is through the roof. We can't get jobs to save our lives. This country is a shit show. This election is a fucking joke. The dating scene, atrocious.
I love being independent, but babe, it gets to a point, like, I'm tired of being independent now. I am a woman. I don't want to take out no garbage. Like, I'm tired of taking out the garbage. Like,
tired. I'm tired of trying to move this big ass stove myself, move this big ass refrigerator myself, just to sweep behind it. Like, this is why I need a man. I'm tired of groceries. I live on the 3rd floor. Groceries is the toughest time of my life. I'm tired of walking up and down the stairs with all these bags out of breath, huffing and puffing just to bring food into the house. I'm tired of bringing big boxes in the house myself. I am tired of being an independent woman. Like, it just gets to a point where certain things is like, this is what a man is supposed to be doing. Like, I'm tired of why am I pumping my own gas? Why am I pumping my own gas? Like, please, that's something a man should be doing. Why am I doing that? I shouldn't be doing that. Like, it just gets to a point. I be in here being Bob the Builder and shit. Like, where's the man? Where's the man?
Another thing I want to talk about that's actually funny, when women are seeking men's help in public, like, why aren't men generous or chivalrous? Why won't they come help you with things and come bring things up a flight of stairs for you? And listen, if you're independent of men, you have to be independent completely. But you know, if you had a man, he would always have you covered. You go out to the store with your guy, he would carry the things to the car. If you ever needed him, he's one call away. Pull up quick. A man will have you covered, will have you protected. That's not for a bunch of strangers to do. At the end of the day, it's not what a bunch of strangers are supposed to do. So it goes the same way. When they're looking for dudes help in public and saying men aren't men anymore, no. You need to be under the leadership of a man. You won't even have to worry about any of that stuff. You will never step out without a man. You probably will from time to time. But when you know you're going to be needing to lift heavy things, you won't step out without him. He's supposed to be your shield to have you covered. You don't have that when you want to be independent. But let's roll these clips, because this is absolutely hilarious how women complain about this stuff.
I want to know, have men decided that they're not going to hold the door open for women anymore? Because I can't tell you how many times I have gone into a store, the man was going in front of me, he saw me coming behind him, and he opens up the door but didn't open it up for me, and the door hit me. Or he was coming out of the door and didn't hold it open for me to go through it, and the door hit me. And this has happened multiple times. So I just want to know, have men decided that they are just not going to hold the door open for women anymore?
Is there any guys out there who still like to help girls out and like just be manly and, you know, trying to like take care of you? Because honestly, I literally was moving my boxes from my car to my apartment that I live on, the 4th floor, that I actually, no elevator. And these guys are seeing me, 3 whole grown men seeing me do this back and forth. And at any point in time, didn't bother, didn't say, hey, do you need some help or something? Nothing. I don't have an issue doing it. Like, I don't. I've always done things on my own anyways. But it's because of this. Because I know that I can't rely on these men.
Being independent of men is not a flex. It is not a flex. See, only suckers are going to look at you like, oh my God, like, she's the best thing ever. She's so great. No guy, measured up to her standards. No, it's a dweeb. Real men are going to start to think things like this. She's got to be unbearable, not willing to cooperate, think she knows everything, a know-it-all, think she has everything figured out, doesn't know how to love. It's a bunch of things that are going on in our head, because despite what people may think, when they find this content, they start to see people in their family. They start to see people at their job, start to see, women that they see when they frequent certain places, and they're like, oh, she did go through this. Oh, she doesn't have a man. Women become unbearable when they have to work to the bone, when they can only rely on themselves. See, it's very noble to be independent. It's a good thing to be independent. But at the end of the day, when a woman stays independent for so long, she's stuck in her ways. She's unbearable. She thinks she knows everything about a dude just trying to be nice to her, just trying to see what's up with her. And you know where that stems from? It stems from, I never had somebody to cover me. Whenever a woman's even giving you that energy, you need to feel sorry for her. You don't need to do anything. You could do whatever you want. But I tend to feel sorry for women that take this position, because it's a shame that no man ever covered you. But that's not all men's fault. And it just makes them more miserable and more miserable. So they're always shouting that I'm independent. I'm an independent, strong woman. Independent of who? Independent of men. But it ain't a flex because it comes with a rotten attitude and a sour taste in your mouth. See, men just wake up. Men just wake up. Women don't wake up. They think that every dude is the same. See, we can say things in videos. I always say, not all women. And we know that as men. We know that there's going to be some here and there that will come in and add benefit. But when a woman is so scorned, she's thinking that all men are the same. No, your type. But it doesn't matter. Because deep down inside, they want a man to come protect them and cover them. Always remember that. So if you're ever dealing with a chick and she's making things hard for you, or she's unbearable, or she's always talking about her achievements and her goals, what you need to understand is that's all she has to go off of. It's all she knows. And she's doing that to protect herself. But guess what? You don't have to deal with that. And that's the first sign that a woman is not even going to really be for you. When a woman is screaming how she's so independent. So move out of the way quick. But I wanted to make this video so guys understand that, like I said, I'm going to keep talking about this. Women are calling us broke, us dusties, saying that we're not worth anything. That's not true. We make the world spin. Shout out to all my brothers that do blue collar work, as well as a bunch of other jobs. But I just wanted to say that because I appreciate men, and men need to support other men, because the jobs that men get into are actually hard. We're not just speaking to people. Men are hands-on. Men build things. So I appreciate you, my brothers. Everybody that's out there on the grind, that's working hard, don't deal with the woman that's going to tell you that, you know, I'm not this because I'm an independent woman. No, because they need us more than we need them. Yes, we would like to be with a woman if we're at that point in our lives, but we don't really need a woman like that. You always see it. As time goes on, they start crashing out. Seeps through the cracks. And this is another part that I want to put in this video, because this is an actual gem. If a woman ever says to you, I don't need a man, I want a man, get rid of her. Don't even deal with her. Can't even humble herself to accept that she does need a man, because when she needs a man, she will pour into a man and cooperate with a man. She's basically giving a backhanded compliment like, yeah, I like you, you're cool, I don't need you, but I would want for you to be around. Don't deal with that. It's nonsense. It's nonsense, and it's only going to come back to backfire on them. It's not going to backfire on you, because see, this is the thing with men I'm always trying to get across. A lot of these videos, I'm just telling brutal truths, but if you put in the work and just become, but you actually have to go after what you want to a certain extent, you will get a woman that cooperates with you. Shout out to my main. Shout out to my main. She cooperates. And I'm going to tell you, this is what I'm talking about a man covering a woman. So I remember one day we woke up and the furnace was out. I fixed the furnace in like 25 minutes. The heat was back on. This was last winter. My chick just paid off her car. It was, she had 17,000 left. And she calls me, babe, what do you think I should do? Should I just sign again, or should I? No, don't sign again. How much you got left on it? No, pay it, because that money will be back within a couple months. She paid it. Maybe 2-3 weeks later, she's like, this doesn't feel real. Like, this is my car. And it's funny that I did the calculations and you were right. I'm going to put the money back super fast. If she listened to herself, she would have gotten to another contract. No. We're supposed to cover each other. She never has to worry about, oh, I'm out here and I'm uncovered, I don't have a man to protect me. She's earned that through cooperation, from not giving me headaches, not giving me problems, always being an asset. But these other type of chicks, bro, it's a no-go. So if you got a woman out here that's actually cooperating with you, it's a beautiful thing when a woman cooperates and she gets a man that's an actual man. It's a beautiful thing. So shout out to you, brother, if you have a woman in your life that's cooperating. And if you don't, and you're remaining single out here and you're still putting in the work, just remember this: they need us more than we need them. And this ain't battle of the sexes or anything. I'm just telling the truth. So that was why men flip the script and women admit that they need men more than they thought. I hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
I need a fucking man to help me with the bins. The fuck? I can't be doing this. Look how pretty I am taking the bins off. Does it make sense? It don't make no goddamn fucking sense. But oh well.
Dating in your 30s is basically meeting a cute guy, kind of having a vibe with him asking for your number, then asking you on a date, you saying yeah, sure, why not, and then
homeboy figures out why you're single at 30. And you go on Instagram and tell everyone how men are trash, when really, you are the common denominator here. Accountability is one hell of a pill to swallow. The end.